Aloha everyone, this is Ku'ulei and Kaulana, and together for our workshop assignment, we'll be covering and providing a short tutorial regarding the ebook development tool known as iBooks Author. Our tutorial will be covered in two screencasts. Screencast number 1 will show you how to create a new project, the tool's interface, and some capabilities that iBooks Author has to offer. In screencast number 2, Kaulana will be covering examples of existing iBooks, some publishing options, and reasons that we both prefer iBook Author over other tools that exist. So before you can get started, you'll need to access the App Store and download the app called iBooks Author onto your Mac device. And then you also need an iPad with the app called iBooks 2 downloaded on it so that you can connect your iPad to the device that you're creating your iBooks on, which will allow you to preview your books in real time so that you can make edits and improve your book as you create it. So once you're ready to start a new project, you'll launch the app from your Launchpad or your applications folder, and you will arrive here at the startup screen for iBooks Author. And this is where you will get to select from existing templates that the app offers its users. As you can see up top, there are both landscape and down below portrait only templates. It's important to know and plan out how your users are going to view the book beforehand, because if a book was created, say, using the landscape template and a reader rotates his or her iPad to portrait orientation, the book will reformat slightly. For example, a graphic might be pushed off to the side. So once you're ready, you can open a recent file here or open an existing file here. You can slide this to enlarge and so you can see more or see closer, and select choose once you're ready.
So before moving any further into this tutorial, something essential that everyone should know about is the help function, and one specific component included there, which is called the sample workflow. You can navigate your way there like this. You click on Help, iBooks Author Help, and you will see this. Once here, on the first selection, you click on that small arrow and you see Sample Workflow. So the sample workflow it actually shows you the steps for creating an iBook with this tool. You don't have to necessarily do every step listed in it. And there's other steps that you could actually incorporate as well that aren't listed here. But it really gives you a good idea of the essential steps that you need to follow to create an iBook using iBooks Author. Now I'm going to explain to you the functions on iBooks Author's left toolbar. The left toolbar is used mainly for formatting purposes, such as adding sections, chapters, or pages to your iBook. What is very powerful about iBooks Author is that many aspects of a document may be edited in the what you see is what you get fashion, including manipulating text, fonts, colors, foreground, background images, interactive widgets, and even charts. And if you're already familiar with Apple's Keynote or Pages programs, then you'll be familiar with many of the editing features which are built into those programs, because iBooks Author is very similar to those programs. And if you decided to use one of the built-in templates like I did, then you'll automatically begin like sort of what you see on this screen. So you start off with a book title, and you can just type in your text and you can drag and drop images for the cover of your book. So my book is The Best Fried Rice, and I should actually go onto Google and look for a free and open source picture, or take my own picture and drag it on so I can have a nice picture of some yummy looking fried rice. Your intro media, I have a video of myself explaining what my book is about. And next is a table of contents which readers can use to navigate around the book. And next is the glossary. So you can add terms throughout your paper which will appear in the book's glossary. and people can use that to find certain terms that they want to learn about or navigate to using the glossary feature. So you can add more pages, chapters, or sections to your liking. So if I go into section 1 and I want to add a page here, then I would use this plus symbol. And when you click that, it's important you can either choose a chapter, section, or a page. So I would just select default, or you can have them done for you in two columns with a photo. You can decide the formatting that you want. So I'm gonna do just a default page and add in some stuff later. You can remove what they have for you by clicking on this arrow. Actually, you would have to right click on it, and that's how you cut chapters, copy chapters, or delete chapters, or duplicate them if you want to. Now, in some instances, you may even want to just start with a clean slate and just add pages to your book, or a chapter with tons of pages. You can actually delete everything from here. So like I said, you right click and delete, and you would go down your list, and I don't want to delete everything from my recipe book, so I'm gonna not do it for you, but you right click on everything and you can start from scratch. So like I said, it's for formatting and also for adding your content that you want in your book. So you would have to first select where you want to add your content, and then you can upload your content or create your content as you go using some of the functions on the top toolbar, which I'll cover next. So now, regarding the top toolbar that you see, the icons are sort of self-explanatory, especially if you're familiar with Pages and Keynote. I covered adding pages earlier in this tutorial, but to do so, you simply click on the plus sign and a window will pop up with different selections that you can decide upon for adding pages, chapters, or sections, and the formatting choices that suit your liking. On the right of that icon are 3 different selections that will manipulate how the document is viewed. The first icon is for when you create your document and what you want to see when you're doing so. The next icon allows you to manipulate the orientation of the pages when they are viewed on an iPad. Remember, these 2 buttons will not format your pages for you, but it will just show you and allow you to see how your contents of your page will be seen by your users. The next 5 selections are icons that will allow you to design your pages in your iBook. To create text, click on the text box, and you can click on the slide to change your text or move it around by simply dragging it as such. The text in this text box can be changed to your liking. Like colors can be selected. You can bold your text. You can center it if you like. And like I said, you just select the text box and drag and drop it wherever you want it to be. The next icon allows you to create different designs on your page. Here you will see the different shapes that iBooks author has to offer. Once you select a shape, say a square, you can click on your slide to change its color. Here's the fill that you can change the color with. And just like the text box, you can drag it to where you want to place it on your slide. By clicking the icon for table, a table will pop up where you can specify the dimensions, such as how many columns or rows you would like in your table. To input information into your table, click directly on the table and you can type your information in there. And as with shapes, you can adjust its size or location by simply clicking and dragging as such. Widgets are the amazing part of iBook creation. These are tools that allow your iBook to become interactive. They're actually interactive media boxes. For example, one interesting widget is the insertion of media. So these are all of the different widgets. If I click on media, a media box will appear. And I could simply drag a movie onto this box that could provide my users with a video of Jake creating and making his meaty fried rice. Another interesting widget is the popover. And so in the widgets toolbar, you see popover. If I click on popover, a popover will appear as such. And a popover can offer the reader with additional text or information to further clarify a concept or give the reader more information. There are some additional exciting things that you can do with popovers, such as placing it on a hyperlinked formatted text that allows the users to quickly give them information by simply clicking on that text. And as with text boxes, with the popover, you can simply drag images and type right into the popover. The last tool that I wanted to show you folks that's really exciting for me as an educator is the review widget. So you can create a review question. I'm going to actually put this on a new page like I did so. So what you do is you click widgets and you simply press review and you get a review question put in for you. And you, just like the text box and the popover, you can simply type in the question that you want to ask your users and type in the answers and click the correct answer, of course. And this will allow teachers an opportunity to evaluate or assess their students' understanding while they're learning from an ebook. For example, a set of questions could be placed at the end of each chapter. There are really amazing features in the widget section, and I could go on for an hour explaining how they can be incorporated in iBooks. But Kaulana is going to actually show you some examples at the end of this tutorial where some of these functions were used. To preview what you have created, you must connect your iPad to your computer and click the Preview button. When you're finished, click Publish to publish your iBook. The inspector is one of the most helpful tools for editing and making improvements to your iBook. You use the inspector to look closely at text and widgets. Simply click Inspector and an inspector box will appear. Within the inspector window, each of these headings correlate to either the page's text or media. Simply click one of your boxes within your iBook and you can make edits to that content using the inspector. Media provides you with all of the media in your Mac libraries, such as photo booth content, iMovie, or iPhotos. These can be selected and dragged directly onto your iBook slides. The last two icons on the top toolbar are the colors and fonts buttons, and they're very simple and quite easy to use. Simply click on the text or image that you want to change, select the design or text by highlighting it, and you can change how they look using these two tools. Therefore, that concludes the first section of our screencast. I showed you how to create a new project, the interface of iBooks Author, and tool capabilities that iBooks Author has to offer its users.